It's me, Renee. I'm back, and today I'm here. Well, today I actually going to post 2 videos today, but this video I'm here to talk about series. So it's not a tag. It's more a brand type of video that's been some people have done before. It's called series about series. So series about series. So it's where you talk about the series that you have a few books left, the series that you're reading that are ongoing, and the series that you want to start. So yeah, all about like the series that you're in the middle of or working with. So yeah, I have quite a lot, and I have a whole mix of books that, well, both books are out, but I haven't read both books, or some series that's still ongoing, but will soon be finished, and yeah, a mix of stuff. I'll simply start with the pile of books series that I have not started, but that books that are series that I plan to read, and if I like them, I'll read the rest of the series. I'm pretty sure that I like them because most of them I already started slightly, or I have some idea that they're good, but yeah. So first we have Sorry, why did I put an in there? With the Word by Hannah Matthewson. So this is an urban fantasy with a alternate version of London. I think there's actually two Londons. Yeah, there's two Londons. And yeah, I love urban fantasy and alternative fantasy like that. This is, yeah, it's set in modern day, but it's London with magic. And yeah, as I said before, yesterday, last year I wasn't that much in the mood for fantasy, or at least not like to start a new series. But when I get to that kind of mood, I have a book to pick up. A book. I have more than one book to pick up. Then we have, oh god, this is a bit weird. I thought I had a good pile, but I suppose I have weird piles. Okay, give me a little moment. You know what? I fixed it. Piles were a bit weird, but yeah, I fixed them now. So now they're better. And then we have The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry by C.M. Wagner. I suppose this might be a companion series. I'm pretty sure it's a straightforward series. Anyway, it's the first in a series. If I'm not completely mistaken, I don't think I am. It's not impossible. Some of these books are not series that's just simply standalones, but I'm pretty sure they are. But if so, my bad. But yeah, I started slightly last year, but as I said, I wasn't that much in the mood, at least not for new fantasy books. But yes, it's kind of steampunk-ish, and um, there's anti-heroes and stuff like that. And yeah, when I get to it, it seems like a very fun book to read. I just haven't been in the mood for it. And then we have, haha, interesting read, really. This is the first trilogy, I want to say. Might be. Anyway, okay, it's first in the series. There's already 2 books out, at least. And yeah. So it's Gideon the Ninth. So first I heard very good things about this, but then after a while people started saying that it's confusing, it's complicated, it's overrated. So yeah, honestly, and some people have said that it's very scary, and I don't like scary books. Like I bought this because it was hyped and all, yeah, and also because they had a lot of elements. I thought that sounds cool. Like I like necromancy in a way, and I like some elements in it, but I don't want to be scared. So yeah, honestly, and also with the books, with the news, with like some more reviews coming out that it's just not worth it. Honestly, I'm not really sure if I'll ever get it. Maybe I might unhaul it. I'm kicking my glasses. No. But anyway, as of this moment, I do own it, and if I ever get to it, there's more books in the series. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on this book, please tell me, and I might simply annul it. Like if you say you shouldn't read it, I suppose people don't say that, do they? Well, I suppose, yeah, people be honest. Is this a scary book? Because if it's a seriously scary book, I won't touch it. I don't like to be scared. No, that's not more for me. So yeah, that one. Then A Winter's Promise, the first in a trilogy, I want to say. It's actually original French, and yeah, so it's translated from French to English. Um, I want to say, that that's historical fantasy. I'm not quite sure. I heard good things about it. It's a big one, and yeah, and I like blue, so yeah. And then we have A River of Royal Blood. So this is the original cover, I want to say. Yeah, it's high fantasy, but it's high fantasy with like a lot of cool aspects. But it's high fantasy. A lot of books, high fantasy books, are cool, but mostly I prefer urban fantasy. So when I talk about high fantasy, it's for a reason. And yeah, this one sounds to have so many cool aspects to it. There's people who be queer, but there's not a big thing about it. There's, yeah, lots of different cool things in this one. It's magic and what have you. But yeah, again, I bought it early last year and I wasn't in the mood for fantasy. So yeah, when I'm in the mood, I'll pick this one up. Crown of Wishes by Rosanna Choksi. So this is her duology. It's also Indian based. It's actually Indian based retelling of Persephone and Hades, and that sounds very cool. And yeah, I have the both books. I haven't read them yet because I haven't. I had these for like several years. I suppose I actually got the second one first, but yeah, yeah, I want to finish it. I mean, most of these books are on this video because I want to finish them, like except a few books. But yeah, I have a Rotten Weird by Andrew Caldecott. So I've seen this on Rosie's channel, Rosie Cockroach, and this one just kind of intrigues me. Though I'm pretty sure this is a trilogy, and the first book was amazing or very good. The second one was let down. I don't think she's read the third book yet. But then again, should I not pick up a series because it has second book syndrome? I suppose I could, but like, there's lots of series that I didn't know before I saw them that the second book was eh. But like often, second books are eh, and then the third books kind of give the second book a whole new light. And still, even though like this book, even though it seems just very cool, so yeah, I'm not gonna unhaul it. I'm just babbling for some weird reason. Killing it. No, sorry. Finlay Donovan is killing it. So this is an adult comedy book, which a different to a lot of these other books, which has been fantasy. Yeah, all the others have been fantasy. But yeah, this is the first in a series. I'm not sure how long it is, but I do know the second one is coming out this year. And this is about Finlay Donovan and how she accidentally becomes a hit girl. So not hit man, but like hit girl. She's assassin, but not on purpose, but she ends up being that. And I heard it's very funny. So yeah, might maybe pick up this one next month because March. Well, it's not mystery. Well, maybe mystery-ish. Anyway, and then we have A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. I've heard only great things about this one. I got it. I think I actually got it Christmas 2020, and yeah, haven't read it yet. Also heard it's also very good on audio, so I might try it on audio. And yeah, this is a long series. I think it's 7 books, 5 books. I think there's quite a long series in this series. A lot of books in this series. But yeah. So yeah, I haven't started it. Well, this one I've started, like, I read one page, I enjoyed it, but I was in the mood for it, so yeah. A Curious Beginning by Jenna Rayburn. This is the first in a adult mystery series. I'm not sure how many. I think there's like 5, 6, 10. I think there's many books in the series. It's what I'm kind of want to get to. That's what I might read this in March, because mystery, well, March Madness. I mean, it's a month to try to read some crime, and I have some crime on my TBR. And yeah, heard very good things about this one. And also beautiful cover. I adore. Yeah, it's a mystery series set in 1800s. I think so. And yeah, then we have A Meditation on a Murder by Robert Thorogood. So this is the first in a Death in Paradise novel. You know, that BBC series. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, I think maybe at first I thought this was just gonna be like original stories, but I started reading this slightly the other week, and it kind of reminds me more of the episodes. So maybe some of the books are based on episodes and some aren't. But I thought it was going to be completely new ones. Anyway, I love this series, so having it in book form is cool as fun. It's cool as fun. It's really cool. So yeah, this is the first of 3, I think. I'm not sure why there's aren't more. I suppose they didn't sell. Like, so far I'm really enjoying it, so I'm not, why it didn't sell? I suppose just happenstance, really. Coincidence. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. And then we have Paulo Santiago and the River of Tears. This is the first in Trilogy. Trilogy. I know there's a sequel to it. So yeah, it's a Rick Riordan Presents book, and it just got optioned to be a TV series on Disney Plus movie. It's got optioned by Disney Plus. So yeah, yeah, I kind of wanted to read this, start this a few weeks ago, and then didn't happen. But yeah, I'm excited to get to it when I get to it. You know, yeah. And then we have the pile of series where I started the series, and yeah, I haven't finished them because all these are books I've started slightly, or first books in the series. So now we're going to series that I haven't finished. So we have The Other Side of Happiness, or, well, this is the second book in the Sophia Malik. Am I wrong? Sorry, I mixed it up. Aisha Malik series. So this is the second one, and the first one is Sophia Malik. Sophia. I'm being idiot. Sophia Khan. Sophia Khan. Aisha Malik is the author. Sorry. Sophia Khan series. This is the second one. The first is Sophia Khan. Blah 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 blah. What's the name again? It's annoying. First one is called Sophia Khan is Not Obliged. And then you have this one. And so this is a third one coming out this year. Very excited. And yeah, the first one was very good. The second one also very interesting. I tabbed it. Read for a reader and I can't tab it. I haven't really done it after it, but I did it this time. And yeah, in case you didn't know, Sophia Khan, she's a British Muslim journalist. She, yeah, lives in London, and it's all about her life. It's a slice of life series. It's romance, but it's also her and her family, and it's been described as a British Jones, but for Muslim people. I would say it's quite right, because it's what again? Blah 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 blah. It's written in diary form, and I mean, Bridget Jones journalist, Sophia Khan journalist, so it's yeah, it's both kind of being a single woman in today's world. Just this one is from a Muslim point of view. So if you want to check out that sounds interesting, you should check it out. Just be aware, the first and second book, they're quite different in some ways. So yeah, and the third one sounds quite interesting as well, though it's the same series, same author. So yeah. Then we have The Boyfriend Project by Farah Rotron. So this is the first one. Then you have the second one that came out last year, and the third one's coming out this year. Though to be frank, I didn't love the second one, but I love this one so much. Yeah, I'm still gonna pick up the third one. And to best of knowledge, it is a trilogy, so the third one is gonna be a third and last one because trilogy. And yeah, and then we have The Girl in the Steel Corset, the Steampunk Chronicles, book 1. So this is a quartet. Yeah, quartet. So there's 4 books in the series. I have the first 2. I haven't read the second 2. Why? Do you ask yourself? I mean, this looks like when did they come out? This came out a few weeks ago, 8 years ago. Yeah, I think this one came out in like 2015. I want to say 2011. So this is actually 10 years old. No, yeah, I've read the first 2 and I haven't read the second 2 because I just haven't. I do still kind of want to do that. So yeah, I read the first 2. There's 2 left, and I remember it being interesting. I'll probably have to reread this when I get the second 2. But yeah, and then we have Spirits in the Park or Gods of Manhattan. So this is a trilogy it's middle age trilogy where you have historical people. So often lately you have a lot of middle grades with mythological aspects. You have the whole Rick Riordan Presents series. You have all of Percy Jackson world and all that stuff. This year, so it's kind of, I suppose, in a way it's similar in a way that you have kids of gods, but the gods aren't gods from a pantheon. They're gods from his history. So in this one, Alexander Hamilton, he's become a god. So historical people in New York become gods. And but there's also fairies and spirits in the park. So there's some magic voodoo to it as well, not just real life persons being gods. But yeah, I've read the first 2. I haven't gotten the third because it's hard to find online, but I really want to. And yeah, I would say really recommend it if you like Percy Jackson and that kind of style. And if I suppose also if you like history, because historical people are important in the series. They're gods. Sometimes they're antagonists. Sometimes they're helpers. And yeah. And then we have Diary of Confused Feminists. So this is the first one. The second one's coming up this year. It was supposed to come up last year, but COVID, pan pizza. Yeah, not fun. But yeah, the second one's coming up this year. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is going to be like a trilogy, quartet, or what have you. I don't think, even though I love this one, in a way, it could have been a standalone. But I found out it's going to be it's going to become a sequel, so there's going to be at least one more than this one. But yeah, it's set in high school, so I suppose in a way, it could be like one book for every year of high school because that happens sometimes. Maybe they do like that, or maybe the author has an idea for just 2 books. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I do know the second one coming out. I do know don't know if that second one is this final one or if there's coming out more. But yeah, if you like feminism in YA and funny feminism, check out this book and series. Then we have A Rogue of One's Own by Evie Dunmore, or this series is blah 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 League of Extraordinary Gentlewomen. So it has at At the moment, it has 3 books, and I'm pretty sure there's coming up at least 1 more, 2 more. Okay, there's at least a book that's on its way. And yeah, and I read the first 2. I haven't read the third, and the 4th one is being published in the fall, so no one's read it, well, except the author. And yeah, this is a romance set around separate time in England, and some people don't really enjoy it, but I really love it. So yeah, you can't love all the books that everyone else loves, but I love this series. I suppose I'm not alone because it's a bestseller, so, but yeah. Then we have Dead or Alive or Skullduggery Pleasant. So, this is the 14th book. Yeah, 14th book. And later this year, the last book is coming out. I had the idea that this was going to be the last one, and I actually did a thing where like I thought like, you know what, I'm not going to read it because I don't want this world to end. But then I thought, oh, there's coming another book out, and then I could start this. So yeah, I've started slightly. I haven't really been in the mood for it. How many times can I say haven't been in the mood for it in one video? Like blueberry shot. But yeah, I do, yeah, still want to try to get to it. Well, want to get to it, and yeah, there's this one, and then there's one more, and then it's over. I suppose until it's enough. I suppose could do spin-off because this world is huge, but at this point in time, this is the penultimate book, and there's just one more, yeah, expected in this universe. So yeah, I have 2 more books in this series. I haven't read this one, and then the last one is coming up this year. And yeah, last 2 books in a big universe. Where am I put you? You know what? Okay. It's kind of a stand-in. This is just a Poirot quote book, but yeah. So I read a lot of the Agatha Christie books. I've read most of the Hercule Poirot books. I honestly, I kind of think, yeah, I think I'm just missing the one now because I've been reading a bit more lately. I've been reading. There's still one I haven't read, which is Poirot Last Curtain. You know, his last book. In it, he dies, and I don't know. I don't want it to end, but I do want to read it as well. I've heard it's interesting and good plot, so yeah. And then we have, yeah, also could just go ahead and say I haven't read all the Miss Marple books either. No, I think I actually have read all the Miss Marple books. Have I? I might have finished them all last year. I'm gonna have to check this out. Sorry. That happens when you don't plan. And also, I forgot one book that I have sounds slightly, but it's the first in the series. It's Ink, Iron, and Glass by Gwendolyn and Claire. It's at least 2 books. I think it might be a trilogy. Maybe it's a trilogy. Anyway, it's set in an alternative world that's similar to Italy in 1600s, with words that are magic. And yeah, I really want to get to it. Why I haven't yet? I don't know. Because I don't really have a reason for it. Quite curious. No, there's no fancy bits on the inside. And yeah. Then we have. Sorry. 1,000 Skies Above You, which is a second in this trilogy. I read the first book. This is the second book. And yeah, I don't actually own the third book yet. But yeah, the first book, I enjoyed it. I had mixed feelings on it, but I was intrigued enough to read the rest of the series. Well, at least the next book. So yeah, I'm gonna read this one, second one. So I'm still a bit unsure if I'll read the third one, but we'll see. And at this point in time, I don't have the third one, so yeah. And then we have Remember Jamie Baker, which is the third one in the Jamie Baker series. It's a trilogy of superhero YA books, and yeah, even though like MCU, it's now 10 years, like 10 years plus years old, and superheroes has been a thing for quite a while now. There's not that many MCU. There's not many YA books around it, and I think the ones that are really great. So you should make more. People make more. But yeah, this one, very excited to get it. It's the second one kind of left on a huge cliffhanger. So yeah, I should finish it this year. Probably will. And yeah. And then we have A Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. So this is the blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's the first one in a trilogy. We have read the second and third one now. I haven't read this one yet. And yeah, so it's a romance, and it's a lovely romance to have when I'm in mood for that. So yeah. And then we have Lord Peter Wimsey. So this is a collection of short stories. Or not? Yeah, short stories. So last year I read this one and also one of the books in Lord Peter Wimsey series. Honestly, I would say I enjoyed this one much more than the book, but still I enjoyed Peter Wimsey so much that I definitely want to read more in that series. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading more in that. I think this kind of consists of like 20, maybe 40. There's quite a lot of them anyway. And so yeah, I have a lot to look forward to there. Well, Midnight in Ocean, which I have started. As far as I know, this is the second and last one, though it's a companion series, so I suppose she could pick up and write more if she wants to. But like this came out in 2012, so I'm probably sure she's not gonna do that. I suppose she still might. But yeah, first I enjoyed it, and now I'm kind of not sure if I enjoy it anymore. But I have it from library, and I still have it for a few weeks, so I'll probably try to finish it. I mean, it's not a boring book. It's just not very engaging. I suppose that's it's not same as boring. Anyway, moving on. Untouchable and That Kind of Guy, which is books 2 and 3 in the Rosewood trilogy by Tali Hebert. It's one of her series that she self-published before she became huge and published stuff traditionally. And yeah, it's interracial romance, and yeah, I gonna really enjoy getting to this when I get to them. I plan to read them this month. No, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, but yeah. Then we have yeah. So then we have At Somerton, which is YA series. It was described to me as Downton Abbey for teens. I would say that's quite true. So this is the second one. I don't really know what the first one is. Anyway, it's being republished this year. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it came out 10 years ago, around that, or maybe it's being made to series. I suppose it could be. I don't know. Anyway, I never got around to reading the third book because honestly I couldn't find it online. It's weird. I couldn't find it online, never really. But now it's being republished, so yay! So yeah, I can reread the first two and then read the last one, and I'll probably buy the new covers because that's book crazy. And yeah, so yeah, check out this one if you're in the mood for Downton Abbey-ish books, but just centered around teens. Then we have the Graceling series, Winterkeep. So Winterkeep. Okay, so I made it like a notebook for this video. And in that notebook, I said Winterkeep. but I actually read that book after making a list. But okay, so this is the fourth in the Graceling series. There's a fifth one on the way. Now, if there's gonna be a sixth one, I don't know. But the world is huge, so I suppose there could be a sixth one. Anyway, it's a fifth one coming out this year in November, and I haven't read that one, so yeah. I'm not up to date on the books that are out, but I have not read the ones that is not out. No, obviously. But yeah, so there's at least one more book in this series in progress. Or in this series in progress? In this series. You get me. Then we have, sorry, The Curse of the Spectre Queen, which I don't know how long this series is going to be if this has been announced. But I do know this is the second book coming out this year. I just read this a few weeks ago and I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, if you're in the mood for Indiana Jones but with female protagonists, check this one out. It's just, yeah, very good. And yeah, second one coming out this year. So yeah, that is very cool. A moment. Yeah, how to fix some stuff. And then we have To Love and to Load, which is the second one in the series. I don't know if it's gonna be 4 books or 3 books. I do know there's at least 3 books out at the moment. Yeah, anyway. So this is the second one. I don't own the third one, but yeah, I saw this one a few weeks ago and then didn't read more because wasn't in the mood. But yeah, historical romance, and I love the first one. So when I'm in the mood for this one, I'm probably gonna eat it up. And then we have The Mysterious Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. So this one, technically, I know it's a companion series. It's pretty sure it's not a direct series, but still, I would say it counts. So yeah, I started as see slightly, and it's not our world, but it's England, but it's England with magic, a historical England with magic. And I don't know, I haven't been that much against fancy the last few weeks, but just haven't even been in the mood for this one, which don't really know why. Sometimes my reading mood is weird. But yeah, I do want to finish it and read the next one. The next one is coming out this year, yeah. And it's called something Lady Pirates, which, yeah. And yeah. And then we have this series. So the pledge novel. So I have the whole series. This is the second book, and it's a trilogy, and it's high fantasy, but it's based around magic, where uh, a language is like magic, and I don't remember that much about it because I read it for the first one ages ago, but I remember loving it so much. And yeah, I have the third and second book, so I can finish it. I just haven't yet. All the books, all the books. And then we have Squirrel Girl, which I think it's still ongoing. It's a comic book, so I suppose anyway. Like after a while, maybe they stop writing with this author. But I'm pretty sure the comic books works in that once you've created a character, you can kind of. Sorry. You know what? I'm gonna fix it. So I think these works, the comic books, at least the superhero ones, work that once you created a character, anyone or people like can use character in the future, like after a while. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this hasn't stopped at this point in time. Like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty recent character, and that it's still an ongoing series. So yeah, very excited to read more on this series. I have up to number 5, 6, and I think I actually bought number 10, but I don't own 7 or 8 or 9. So yeah, gonna have to get those. And yeah. And then we have These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. This is YA urban fantasy with witches. It's the first in duology. So I'm not quite sure if it's companion or a strict dual. I think maybe the second book is more kind of like companion, so it's loosely in the same universe, but still it's the same universe. So yeah, I'm counting companions. So yeah, the first one is this one, which I read, and I haven't read the second one, and yeah. Then we have Rebel Rose, which this is the first in the Queen's Council series. Again, it's a companion series, as far as I know. Well, I read the first one. I haven't read the second one. So I suppose I can't really say at this point in time how connected the two books are. But I'm pretty sure they're loosely based. I suppose maybe Disney, maybe they're trying to make like a Disney MCU shared universe thing, which I think they could do. I'm not sure how that would work. That would be cool. Anyway, this is the first. There's a second one out, and there's a third one coming out this year. Second one is about Milan. Third one is about Jasmine. I don't know if they're going to do all of the queens. Well, princesses, maybe. Anyway, yeah. Then we have Margot Merch Takes It Down. So this is the first. A second one is coming out this year in November, I think. And I don't know at this point in time if there's going to be more. I read recently that when this was purchased by the publishing company, they bought 2 books, so they already have like a contract for 2 books. I would say in a way, I think you could write like 4 or 5 or at least 3 books in this universe, and I would love a lot of them. But yeah, I don't know how many there are gonna be. But I do know it's gonna be 1 more at least. And then we have Crown of Embers, or the Doll of Fire and Thorns series. So this is a trilogy. So I haven't read the novellas, which aren't part of the trilogy, but like part of the universe, so I'm counting it. And there's also a spin-off series. No, it's a spin-off standalone. It's a spin-off book anyway, and I have read that one. I don't own it, but I want to really own it. So yeah. And then we have soon finished. When I started this video before filming, I thought it was gonna be like 10 minutes or half an hour into it now. Yeah. Then we have This Smart Girl by Lindsay Klingele. This one I know is a duet or duology. So this is a second book in this world. And I don't have it. Might have it on audio. I don't have it on. I don't have it physical. And but I really want to. I love this one. And yeah. And then we have Not Your series by C.B. Lee. So this is the second one. At this point in time, there's 4 books out. 3 books out. 3 books. The 4th one is coming out this year. 5th one. For life of me, I always forget if this is a series of 5 books or 4 books. But I'm pretty sure that the ones that's coming up this year is the last one. Yeah. Anyway, very, very cool. YA series about superheroes. I'll say it's slightly Hunger Games-ish, but it's more superhero elements to it, I would say. And if you love the MCU, you could check out this because it has the same vibe, because this levity, but also real life stories and issues, and colorful and cool, and yeah. If you I suppose if you wanted MCU with more diversity, check out this series. It has asexuality, pansexuality, gay, trans, all the stuff, and yeah. Almost finished. Yeah, then we have a Maggie Hope series, which at this point in time I think there's 15 books. Quite a lot of books. I bought a lot of them just the other week because I kind of want to continue it. And then I kind of realized, oh, now I have a lot of the books. But I don't have I don't have book number 4, but I have book 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so the rest of them, so I'm missing 1 book. That's annoying. So maybe I can see if I find online or audio. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's a spy series set in the Second World War, and yeah, I really enjoy it. I've read the first three, just so you know. And then we have the Heroin Complex, which consists at this point in time of 5 books. 5 books. There's a 6th book coming out this year, and I think that's the last one. Okay, so originally there was 3 books, and then Alfred decided to write 3 more, like a spin-off trilogy. I suppose you can say I've already finished this series, but this spin-off. So, how would you count spin-off series? Do they count when you're counting if you finish the series or not? I suppose depends on the person. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, and there's also I think 2 or 3 novellas. Haven't read them, but yeah. And then last but not least, well, sorry, I have 2 more. Yeah, I'm going to say last. We have the First and Murder Club series by Richard Osman. So some quick googling made me. Some quick googling gave me the answer that this is the first. Well, first, sorry. So this series is gonna be a quartet, so 4 books. And so yeah, the second one. So we're halfway in the series. But the first two, and I love them both. They're so damn amazing. Honestly, this one I would kind of say maybe one of the best books I've read in my life. It's just so goddamn good, so good, so good, and yeah, I love it so much. And yeah, that's my series on series with you. Well, sorry, almost is. I've read the first. I read the first Wolves. I read the first book in the Gillard Wolves series, but I haven't read the second two. And that one I want to finish. And then you have Arusha, which the last one is coming up this year. Other than that, yeah, sorry, keep on forgetting. Amari, it's an ongoing series, but I know there's going to be at least one more. Other than that, I don't think there's more than that, really. No. Those are the last ones. And yeah, if you have any thoughts, comments, ideas, please tell me. And yeah, hope you have a nice day.